What was the purpose of Mark Rutte's surprise visit?
First and foremost, to discuss the insufficient supplies of anti-ballistic air defense for Ukraine. Now, Russia knows very well that this indeed is one of those very rare gaps in Ukraine's air defense, because this is where Ukraine, of course, relies on the US. Volodymyr Zelenskyy said that Russia has the capacity to produce 120 ballistic missiles per month. Now, just to compare, the US producers have the capacity to make 65 PAC-3 missiles for Patriot systems. This is just half of what Russia can actually produce and launch at Ukraine. And this, of course, causes a very long waiting time for anybody applying for those missiles. Let's take a listen to what Volodymyr Zelenskyy had to say.
The waiting list for PAC-2, PAC-3, and certainly for the Patriot systems is measured in years. And so, to be honest, we wouldn't be able to receive this new delivery until around 2030. That didn't sit well with me. And it didn't sit well with our team. We discussed what alternatives we could find. This involves an agreement with certain countries to swap places in the queue where one country could give us its spot and we could take that spot and receive the systems earlier.
Given Kyiv's response and also Kyiv's development of homemade weapons, Zelenskyy also confirmed that Kyiv is once again asking the US to provide Ukraine with the license to produce those anti-ballistic defense missiles. Maeve.
And Sasha, Mark Rutte's visit came yesterday just as Ukrainian forces were striking the oil refinery in St. Petersburg, just as delegates were arriving for Vladimir Putin's economic forum.
Yeah, indeed. That was a clear demonstration also of Ukraine's long-range striking capabilities, because that oil terminal is over 1,000 kilometers away from Ukraine's border, and Ukraine specifically said that Volodymyr Zelenskyy insisted that this strike is justified also because Kyiv is targeting military and energy, specifically oil facilities. But also this proves big progress. This is something that was recognized by the Secretary General of NATO. Let's take a listen.
Ukraine is now so successful that Putin is only able to organize a 9th of May parade with an official presidential decree by this president. So this is basically how far you got. And I think for 2 hours you allowed him to do it, and it then ended in 1 hour 55 minutes. So he didn't take a risk.
Mark Rutte there speaking from Kyiv. And before that, of course, our Sasha Vakulina. Thank you so much for that update.